So today I will talk about if you can use ChatGPT to make a family tree with only your DNA matches. So as you know, I work on Fine Alice biologic family in Thailand, and in Thailand not many people take a DNA test, so she don't have a lot of matches, and the most matches is second cousin, third cousin, or more far than that. So she had a very interesting cluster for about, now we're up to 12 people in that cluster that are relatively close related, which means within third cousin or third cousin once removed. So I asked ChatGPT to help make a family tree. So first of all, I took out all the pairs in the cluster. So all the individual pair, how was their DNA relation? Was it a second cousin once removed, and so on. And for many of the relationships, there is two options. So if you go look on one person, it's maybe a third cousin. If you go look on the other person, the other way, maybe say a second cousin once removed. So many of the pairs, you have two options. So I give ChatGPT, I think first time 7 pairs, and asked to make a family tree. So it came with many suggestions, and nothing was workable, and it came up with trees I didn't understand. So finally I asked to do it properly and with more information than it looked like it needed. And suddenly they say, give me some time. So a few times every day I ask how it's going, and every time it say, oh, it's going fine. And it took actually 2 weeks to come with a result. And there was no difference between this result it could make in a few seconds or the result it used 2 weeks to use. Let me just give you some example of what ChatGPT think I could use as a family tree. So, like this. I don't know how the connection is between each of them. When the closest match is probably a second cousin. I don't know how to understand that. That one. Who is connected to who and how? I don't know how to read that. It also comes with a suggestion like this. I don't understand how to interpret this, and especially not who is together with who. And many times I have to tell I want the style of a normal family tree. So already before it used 2 weeks to think, we was agreed about something like this, not exactly like this, but it came up with this also. How can a parent have 2 different children? A parent have 2 different children? A parent have 2 different children? When the nearest is a second cousin? I don't get it. So this is more the style of what we're looking for, but again, how can one parent have 4 children when the nearest is a second cousin? Again, 4 children to the same parents, 2 children to the same parents. I didn't get it. It doesn't matter how much I said, like Alice is second cousin once removed to many of them. So I don't know how many times I asked to move Alice down one, but the most of the time she was placed on the same generation as the other one. So after spending maybe a month getting ChatGPT to make a family tree for me, I decided to make it by myself, but still using ChatGPT to make the tree, because if you use a normal tree builder, it will be very difficult later to change, because we don't know the gender of the most of the parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. We don't know the gender. So just there is a little bit difficult with a normal family tree builder to change. And also, for sure, later when you start to know the exact relationship, you maybe have to switch around with somebody, and that's not easy. So I used ChatGPT to build this tree, which is how Alice's relationship is to all of them. But on this family tree, I don't know if the relationship between all the other ones are correct. So this is 8 pairs I put in this tree, because I decided to take out there was a couple with very mixed result to many of them, and also a far distance to Alice. So I decided first to not include them in the tree. So when I got this tree, I started to, one by one, check how they fit in to this tree. And there was, I don't remember, about 13, 15 conflicts in the pairs. So I decided to make, actually I didn't print out that, but I decided to make a tree where there was especially 4 people that had a lot of conflicts. So I decided to have this 4 people in 2 places in the tree. So I placed them, those 4 DNA matches I placed in 2 different places. And that actually made like this one to be here and here. And then I had only, I think, 5 conflict left, 3 with one other person. Otherwise, all the other conflict was sold, but I had 4 people in 2 places. But what was interesting to see is this tree plus this one on this same level, they was all second cousins to each other. Doesn't matter what pair you took, all these 4 had a second cousin, which means I could take away her up here and put her down here. And this 4, I could put her in and share the great-great-grandparents. And I could do the same with the rest over here, except the last one, but the tree here, they should also share a great-great-grandparents, because they was also second cousins. So actually I ended up with this tree, where you can see these four, they share the same great-grandparents. She's more, no, this is Alice. On the other side, she's more distant. So actually, when I was finished to make this family tree, this one showed up as a new match, but in the same cluster. So I could fit her in straight away. The only match that didn't match was actually Alice, because they want Alice down here, or they want her up here. But since all the other one fit in with her, then she have to be on that place in the tree. And two that had a very strange mix of combinations to all the other one. They don't have a perfect match to all of them, but most matches place them in the same place at this, so they should share the great-grandparents. Another great thing with this tree is that we have two boys, and these two boys, they share the same father line, which means from this boy, it must be a male, 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 male down here to this boy. And we know his father's name, so now we have the family name of all this. They have to be the same family name. And if this is a boy, all these have the same family name. And if this is a boy, all of them must have the same family name. So now, because, like I say, not many people in Thailand take a DNA test. The most DNA test is taken in couples where you are with a foreigner or where you are adopted. So the great thing with this is now we can concentrate about a family name. So like when I ask this girl about who in her family have that family name, we straight away find out it was her mother's father that was the connection in this tree, where before we didn't know which one of the four grandparents we should look after. But just for making the tree, that make it clear, because of the two boys that share the same father line. So, like I start to speak about, can you make a family tree with ChatGPT? No, you cannot make it, but you can still have it to help you to check structures, and like I need something to set up the tree, so ChatGPT suggested to put it in Python, and I don't know how to code Python. So again, I use ChatGPT to do that. And every time I want to change, often other thing in the tree change too. But finally I got exactly what I wanted. So yeah, I'm happy to use ChatGPT to make the family tree, but it cannot make it for you. You have to tell it exactly what you want it to do. And you have to check the relationships between each match. You have to do it manually, and then you can tell ChatGPT where you want it in the tree. So is it worth to use ChatGPT? I think without, I will not have been able to finish it. So you can use it, but you have to tell it exactly what to do. It will not do it for you. So good luck. It's possible, but you have to do a lot of the work by yourself. See you. Bye-bye.